Hello and welcome back to episode number 10 of the Sporting Lisbon Challenge. Today we will be going into the first game of the new season, and boy do we have some transfers to talk about. We'll start off with the goings out, a total of £100 million sold, and yes, you would be correct in thinking we did offload Bruno Fernandes. Let's sort it by fee. So we'll start off from the cheapest going out. So we've got loads of loanees going out, and a few players leaving on frees. And then again, as mentioned before, kind of loads of players coming back on loan and stuff like that, and they're just not good enough. So I tried offloading a lot of them. Thiago Lloris was part of the squad last season. I offloaded him as well. Diaby, who was out on loan. Ristovski, who was I think our backup right back last year. Bruno Gaspar, right back, who was out on loan last year as well. The annoying thing is I've still got a lot of players I want to offload, but I think the window might be shut now as well. But I can't offload them, and it's really frustrating. And we kind of need to, because we are overspending on wages at the moment as well. But yeah, of course, the big one, Bruno Fernandes, Real Madrid, 80 million. We did, if you have a quick look at finances, you can see, like I said, we are overspending. We're down to 30% transfer revenue. That was up to 63%, but it was weird because it was as soon as we made, I think it was like 56 million or something like that, then the percentage then drops. So that Bruno Fernandes sale really did knock out the water. We did have a £39 million bid for Coates as well, who I was going to sell for that price because I thought that was a fantastic price, but because we were only getting 30% of it, I thought, like, it's not worth it. I can't really bring in someone just as good as him for that. So he's still at the club. But yes, so going on to the ins, we've brought in Kuhn here. He was a free transfer and he's better than what we've got, and I thought, why not? I never actually realised how old he was when I gave him that deal, but yeah, he'll be here probably until the end of this challenge. Brought in Luis Abraham, cheap, kind of backup centre back. Well, he might be a starter this year because I think we've only got 3 centre backs. I would bring in a fourth one, but I need players to sell, and they're just not selling. But on to the kind of big four. Now, this is the kind of four I spent with the Bruno Fernandes money, and they're good ones. Steven Bergwijn from PSV is going to play on that left-hand side. We have changed the tactic around slightly, making inverted winger on the left and inside forward on the right. So he will occupy that left-hand side spot. Very good player. I mean, room to improve as well. I'm sure you've heard of him because, of course, he has recently just joined Tottenham. Tonali, I mean, bit of an FM legend, really, wonder kid, and he's been fantastic. I have already played against Benfica in the Super Cup, where we got beat 2-1 in extra time. Tonali scored a wonderful free kick to take it extra time, but of course Benfica, too strong for us. But he's kind of the Bruno Fernandes replacement, although he plays in that deep line playmaker role. I think well worth the money. You can see a lot of these players are brought in for low initial fees with lots of add-ons, and that's kind of just to I tried to spread the money out as best as I could, so that's kind of why there's larger fees there, although they are quite obscure ones, like Tonali's got to get like 30 league goals or shit like that. So yeah, David Neres from Ajax, again reading the Dutch league. He's going to be our right winger for the most part of the season. I mean, the Dutch league, similar par in terms of level and quality as the Portuguese league, and because they are slightly cheaper than if I was to go and try and sign a Premier League player of the same kind of ability. And I managed to get Hakimi here as well. He got transfer listed, and I wasn't looking for a right back, but he came up, and I thought that's a fantastic price, so I swooped him up. I'll quickly go over the squad depth to kind of show you what we're sitting with at the moment. Vieto is one player I would like to offload, but I kind of, because he's valued for so much, I would like to get the transfer percentage of revenue up before I offload him. So Vieto's going to be our backup striker this year, and kind of our well, and on the right hand side, Neres, who we spoke about already. We've obviously got Vieto and Bergwijn who can play there. Plata as well. He's a youngster who was in the B team last season, or the under 23s. He looks quite a good player. Can play up front as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. And on the left hand side, we do still have Acuna, but he has thrown up a bit of a fuss. He does want to leave, but no one's kind of bidding for him yet. And he's one that I would be open to selling as well. But because he is valued at quite a bit. But again, I'll really wait until the transfer percentage revenue goes up. And Bergwijn on that kind of the options down that left hand side. In the middle, Tonali and Wendell, Eduardo, Enrique and Matheus Oliveira. They're kind of going to be our 4 centre midfielders there. I know Bataglia's up there, but it's going to really be Bataglia and Doumbia as our CDMs. That's kind of the way I'm thinking about it. Be interesting to see if one of the other 3 midfielders can make the step up to the advanced playmaker role that Bruno Fernandes was in, because some of their shooting's not that great. Not that they'll be shooting that often, but I mean, I think Matheus Oliveira is probably the best at there, but Wendell was really good last year, so he will definitely get some game time as well. At the back, we do have 3 right backs on the books. I'm trying to offload Ross here, who was our first choice last year, just simply because he's valued at way more than Gerald is, I think, was the other one. So I am trying to offload him. Centre backs, we've got Coates, Luis Abraham and Fernandes, who was out on loan last year. He's come back. I mean, he's an average player, but centre back, I would like to bring in another centre back. I think that is the next kind of port of call. Left back, we've got Borja, same as last year, and Acuna can also slot in there. So that's kind of how the team is looking in terms of squad depth. But this is the team we are going to go for. I am going to get right into it, I suppose. Bostavia, what am I on about? Bovista. Probably not how you pronounce it, but that is who we will be playing today. This is the first game of the season. Like I said and showed you earlier, I did play that Super Cup final where we got beaten extra time. I think one of the goals was a penalty as well, so a bit unlucky there. But maybe one day we'll beat them in that Super Cup. How good would that be? So I'm kind of looking for a strong showing this season. I feel like overall the team is better, but it's just making sure we don't slip up against the non-other big 3 sides, I feel like. So here we go. Here's hoping to a new team and some more entertaining football, or more entertaining than last year, because we did have the few odd dull games, as I'm sure you are well aware of, because there was quite a few 0-0s in these live episodes that I did, and so far nothing really going on at the moment. We have got quite a good number of shots off at the moment, and at least they are on target as well, but none of them seem to have deemed a highlight at this stage. However, clock is kind of ticking away. Looks like we are actually the first teams to play in the new league as well. Must be a Friday night game opening the season, and well, I mean, this has been pretty poor, but we do finally have a highlight. I'm hoping our new front 3 can score a lot of goals this year, and Felipe, it would be wonderful if he can keep up his return that he got last year. We use Neres from distance, I mean, comfortably wide, really, not enough to trouble the goalkeeper, I would have thought. And with 5 minutes left to half, that looks like it's not good at all, is it, really? One key highlight from a shot from distance, not good at all. I'm not happy at all. I think what I will do, I'm going to push these up onto attack. I'll see how this gets on, because that might be a more permanent change if it seems to pay off quite well. I mean, Oh, come on. Give us some more highlights, please. The thing is, we're actually getting the shots away, and we've got quite a lot of shots on target as well, so we are actually doing not too bad. It's just, I can only assume these shots are from distance because they aren't coming up. Not sure. Right, come on now, lads. Come on. Can't get off to a non-winning start on the first game of the season against Boavista. Come on. The one thing I do fear losing Bruno Fernandes is that creativity in the middle is going to be a big miss. Tonali is quite the creative player himself, but I feel like we need a more creative player further up the pitch. I do need to change something here because this is just not working whatsoever. Come on. I do apologise, this has been such a dreadful game. The only one highlight so far, and it was a shot from distance. Come on. Are we actually going to slip up on the first game of the season? We are, aren't we? Not the greatest of starts at all. That is brutal. Too many new faces in the starting 11 maybe? I don't know, but that is a really poor result. Very, very, very poor. I think I will skip ahead quite a bit. I'll probably come back maybe in and around this area for a league match. I won't show any Champions League group stage matches, as it is not that important to the challenge. But thank you very much for watching. I know this has been a really dull episode, but hopefully the next one will get better. Thank you very much, and goodbye.